this morning, and I was like, oh,
Read
yeah.
your material, so that's all I know. I've read both you guys, that's all I know.
And then we just asked him, and I'm like, no, that's absolutely not true. Sorry.
0481.
So what do we want?
531. 965. Thank you. If there's any other connection.
Was it just the one or was it two?
To drive by?
Yeah.
I think it was just the one. Oh,
I just remember in that area, like there were a couple,
maybe it was her.
because it was Excelsior Heights, right?
Yes.
That's the street.
Yes. That's a good question. I would have gone with like one, and now you just unlocked something in my memory, and I'm like,
something
oh.
completely different.
Robert Issa. What's that?
Alright, what did you open? Oh, that's what it is! Sorry about that. All this time. Oh my god. We're walking along going,
I'm like, that is not the sound of our
no,
alarm.
there was a feedback from the microphone.
That was so loud.
I think
But it
it's
just
the
kicked
one.
in like randomly.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
But yeah, I think
That
I
is
was in
funny.
that area.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That is the funny thing to do. Did you know it was
I got
no,
one.
no, it was so loud inside.
Well, I had a suspicion when someone followed us into the room. I'm like, hang on.
I just presumed it was the whole building. That's why we're going, alright, what's going on? Oh, that's so funny. I thought you were having a strange child with you having a t-shirt. We were saying it was a Tibetan kind of Mongolian protein. Oh, that's funny. Alright.
Like, I still.
My deepest
Oh, no, that's
apologies
fine.
to
I was just
everyone
like,
in the
that
building
is
who's
the
just
line
running
I
out
used to
thinking
do,
what
like,
this
it's that.
strange fire alarm.
It was September 14, I think,
That's
when
so
we.
funny.
Yeah, I think it's just the one.
Let me,
I just
Turn the
remember it
volume
being
down
like
on
not
my
there, but there was
It's just
something
feedback,
else.
basically.
Yes.
That is the
Yes.
weirdest thing I can know.
Something around, yeah,
And
that
she-
part of the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. There were a lot of drive-bys after that point in time. I just remember.
It was
Oh, well,
so
let's make
much
one day.
Do you remember when we first
That
got
was-
all of the
Just the
sidewalks?
doors.
Yeah.
my day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, and it's disconnected to this,
With
it's not
feedback,
disconnected to that. and-
somehow at some
Yeah.
point, the cameras.
Yeah, we were running around like
It
headless
must have
chickens.
connected to
Yeah,
the
that was
radio
amazing.
monitor.
I deleted today.
Oh, seriously?
It's a good speaker.
It's a nice
Yeah.
quiet
Oh,
world
man.
now. It's a nice quiet
I
world.
just jinxed it.
Great, bring it on, I'm ready.
Alright.
See, now that's what feedback should sound like. Not the evacuation alarm.
This one's a 15.
How loud's yours?
This is my
Trying that bit too fast.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you manage that.
Danny
My monitor
showed
up
me
all the way.
yesterday how to record calls on it.
I don't know.
Does it,
Yeah.
does it send an alert, like sound?
Oh, there you go.
It says
But
this
it's nowhere near
being
you.
Yeah, that's what
recorded.
happened on this
So
one.
you can watch it. We have
We tested it in the
I
office, I
never
like
had
raised
a
it,
big,
grew it down.
big ringing
It must
back
have.
and forth all this afternoon. I had to install a new thing on it to make it work. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Happy with that?
It's one little. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a white.
Can you just open your jacket a bit? Yeah, hang on.
M-
Can you do it 12? I'm not going to do
12. Yeah. We're going live. Good.
Oh yeah, this is going out, don't worry.
Good. Welcome back from I may not live in Northcote or that part of the world, but I'll probably remember camera.
Yeah, it is.
Proud that
It's
it's
nice.
nice.
Yeah, my camera, my kid's toy camera.
Oh, that's it. It's just like operating a week's pack of extra, to be honest with you. Thank you.
Dean Thomas.
Yep.
Inspector.
Anyone else?
Sorry?
Phone's on silent. Camera's on silent. Three cameras on silent.
Cameras on there, speakers down.
Yeah. Plug headphones in, please.
Well, Dean will do the arrests, and then if you wait till the end, he's happy to take questions on Walert as well, if that's helpful for you.
Good morning all, Detective Inspector Dean Thomas from the Victoria Police Homicide Squad. I'm here this morning to provide an update in relation to the investigation concerning the fatal shooting of Robert Issa, which occurred at the Craigieburn Central Shopping Centre back on the 7th of October 2023. This morning we've arrested 5 males. We have a 29-year-old male from Kew, a 31-year-old male from Mickleham, a 33-year-old male from Pascoe Vale, and 2 26-year-olds from Fawkner. They are currently in custody and being interviewed by Homicide Squad investigators. We've also executed 6 search warrants this morning, 3 in Fawkner, 1 in Pascoe Vale, and 1 in Kew and Mickleham. Those 5 men are now being interviewed, as I said, in relation to their involvement in that fatal shooting back on the 7th of October 2023. So just before 3 p.m. on that date, Robert Issa and a male associate were sitting in Issa's white coloured Mercedes-Benz station wagon that was positioned in the shopping centre car park of the Craigieburn Central Shopping Centre. Whilst they were seated in that vehicle, a black Range Rover has pulled up behind the vehicle, and a number of offenders have jumped out of that car and fired a number of shots into the Mercedes-Benz, fatally injuring Robert Issa and seriously injuring his associate. Following that shooting, the associate was able to pull Issa from the vehicle, and a number of witnesses performed CPR, but unfortunately he passed away at the scene. The other man in the vehicle, his associate, was obviously taken to hospital and treated for serious injuries. Now, though we have 5 men in custody, we believe there are still other people out there with direct knowledge as to the motive for the shooting, who was involved in the shooting, and who has financed and ordered the shooting to take place. So this is a turning point in the investigation, but it is only the beginning. We still have a lot of work ahead of us. We believe that the 5 men in custody were the foot soldiers that have gone about the execution, the fatal shooting of Robert Issa, and we believe that they are involved in the planning immediately before and immediately after the shooting. But there are other people out there who we believe ordered the hit, financed the hit, and we are determined to identify them and hold them to account as well. If you have any information in relation to this shooting, who was involved, who organised it and who ordered the hit, please share it with Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. So as we know, the violent shooting took place in a car park about 3 p.m. on Saturday the 7th of October 2023. There were families going about their business, children walking through the car park, walking through the shopping centre, so it could very well have ended with other people, other innocent people perhaps being injured or killed, but fortunately that did not happen. So it's been a significant investigation, a protracted investigation over, as I say, nearly 2 years. In October it'll be 2 years. And it is only the beginning, despite the fact that this is a significant turnaround in the investigation today. So again, I appeal to anybody out there in the community that has any knowledge of this shooting, those involved in the shooting, whether they be the foot soldiers, whether they be those in the planning, or those that have played a part in financing and ordering the hit to take place. I ask that you share that with Crime Stoppers or your nearest police station. You can do that anonymously. So I ask that you please take the time to share that information with us. I'm open to any questions you may have.
Do you have any leads on who ordered or financed the hit?
Look, we have a number of avenues of inquiry that we are pursuing, and we'll continue to pursue that. But again, we're only as good as the information we can get from the community, and we ask that those in the community take the time to think about what they know and share that with us. Again, the searches are still underway, and I won't comment on what has been found or what hasn't been found, but the searches were underway at the properties, and as I said, the 5 offenders will be interviewed back here at Melbourne West.
Do you know what sort of gun they used in the attack?
Again, that's something I won't share today, because that is something that we'll keep close to our chest, but yes, so I won't be sharing that with you.
Investigators suggested that this could have been possibly linked to the illicit tobacco trade. Is there any suggestion that some of the people behind this could be a certain criminal element that's currently overseas that might have coordinated similar attacks?
Look, we certainly keep an open mind to whether or not this is linked, to what you've said there around the tobacco crimes that have been occurring and those involved in it. But we have nothing at this point to say that that is the case, but we always keep an open mind to that.
Is police investigating whether the attacks on the sponsor market in Collingwood could be somehow related to this, or is that a line of inquiry that you're pursuing?
Look, we keep an open mind to everything, and we're open to all possibilities. But at this stage, we believe that this was a targeted attack, and we are confident that there is some organised crime involvement in this. We keep an open mind as to what that is, but at this stage, as I said before, we have nothing to suggest that it is linked to the tobacco crimes occurring, but we do keep an open mind to it.
Is there any suggestion that Issa himself was perhaps trying to butt into the tobacco trade within your group at all?
Again, yeah, look, there's certain things I'll keep, but that we're not aware of that, but we keep an open mind to that, and we're certainly open to all possibilities.
Just on that front, if I can be more explicit, is Kaz Hard involved in this?
There's nothing to suggest that that's the case, but again, we keep an open mind to who is involved, and this is the appeal today. It is to let the community know that we've had a significant step forward in this investigation, and of course we are very keen to identify the person or people that have ordered the hit and financed the hit.
Do you know how the hit was ordered? Was it ordered through some kind of encrypted messaging or something like that? Do you have any information about that?
Look, again, that's we've got a fair bit of information contained within our investigation, but I won't be sharing that today. But again, we need to know, we need information from community as to who has ordered the hit and any information that they may have that will assist us to put those pieces of the puzzle together and be able to identify them and hold them to account.
More broadly, what are the obstacles to going up that ladder and finding these people that you're after?
Well, clearly what they do is they try to separate themselves and from the actual crime itself and have people below them. But as I say, we have a number of live avenues that we are pursuing, and I'm hoping that this will assist today with this plea for people to come forward and share information with us.
You know that you're still pursuing those higher up the chain. How many suspects do you believe remain?
I don't know. Again, we don't know, but I'm confident that there are others above that have ordered the hit and financed the hit, and we are keen to identify them and take them into custody and hold them to account for their actions.
And are there any other working theories for the motive of this attack?
Look, we keep an open mind, obviously, to the motive, as has been touched on before with some of the questions. We believe it to be linked to organised crime. As to the motive, I'm keen to hear from people who will have that information out there, and we keep an open mind to that at this stage.
In the lead up to the shooting as well, there was a drive-by shooting at a property connected to Issa and his family. Was that a warning shot? Is that still part of the investigation? And are those 5 people that have been arrested connected exclusively to the shooting at the shopping centre? Or is there also an overlap with the drive-by shooting? Yeah,
well, again, there may be an overlap to what you've said there. There may be, and we are open to that, and we keep an open mind to that. But the 5 that we have in custody today are in custody in relation to the shooting that occurred on the 7th of October 2023. But we look at what other crimes have occurred to try and piece together what's gone on and what has led to it, and to try and give us an understanding of the motive. And hence, I need people to come forward and provide us with information.
And you might not be able to talk about this, but obviously it's been, like you've mentioned, it's been a protracted investigation. It's almost been 2 years since it occurred back in October 2023. Is there anything that sort of led to this breakthrough? It's just been good old policing work? It's been like new information that's coming through a tip line? Or are you in a position to sort of give us a bit of an indication as to how that's come to be? I know that operational reasons are out of bounds, but...
Yeah.
Are you in a position to...
Yeah, it's old-fashioned policing. It really is. It's just hard work, and it's just at the grindstone constantly. We've had members working on this, full time, because we don't want the community exposed to this type of violence. When somebody commits a crime like this in the community, they need to be identified and they need to be held to account. And we are constantly working there at the Homicide Squad and all the different squads here at Crime Command, and indeed out in the regions. And we work very, very hard to hold offenders responsible and identify them and bring them before the court so that they can be held accountable for what they've done. So that really is the answer to your question. It's hard work, and it's just nose to the grindstone and just work, work, work. And that's what our members have done. I'm very proud of their efforts. And they'll continue to work hard moving forward despite this breakthrough today, and they'll continue to work hard until we can identify those further up the chain that ordered the hit.
Is this shooting linked to any other homicides in Victoria, in particular one that was in Caroline Springs in January?
I don't believe that to be the case. But again, we keep an open mind to everything, but no, don't believe that to be the case.
Shooting in the lead up to Robert Issa's death. How has his family been, and have they been forthcoming and cooperative with police?
Yeah, again, they're devastated. They've lost a son, siblings. Nobody wants to see a loved one, their life end this way. So they've been kept up to date along the way, and and I'll respect that.
Was there a handy tip that led to this?
Hard-fashioned policing.
What does that mean in today's world?
Well, as I said before, it's just hard work. It's just working, going through the numbers and working through the information that comes in, and working very, very hard, and staying focused on the job at hand, and that's what's occurred here.
How soon do you believe other arrests will be made?
I really can't comment on that at this stage.
And with the 5 men arrested today, had they come on the police radar for anything else? Like, had they been connected to anything else that might have sort of... Because usually with foot soldiers, what I mean, they might be outsourced to conduct, like carry out different jobs. Were they, were they known to police? Or?
Yeah, look, I won't comment on that at this stage. As I say, those 5 men are in custody at the moment. They're being interviewed by homicide investigators as we speak. And so I won't comment any further on those individuals.
Are they cooperating with police?
I won't sort of comment on that at all. Thank you.
Are charges likely to at some stage soon for any of the 5?
We'll wait and see how the day progresses, but there is a likelihood that that may occur. But again, we'll just wait and see how the day pans out.
For audio issues I had at the beginning, is there any chance of just giving us that brief statement you gave of the 5 that have been arrested?
Yep. Let me just... just from the start, yep.
Yeah, just the opening part of that, who's involved in the arrest.
Yeah. Okay. I'm here to provide an update on the investigation in relation to the fatal shooting of Robert Issa, which occurred at the Craigieburn Central Shopping Centre back on Saturday the 7th of October 2023. 5 men have been arrested this morning, and they include a 29-year-old male from Kew, a 31-year-old from Mickleham, a 33-year-old from Pascoe Vale, and 2 26-year-olds from Fawkner. We also executed 6 search warrants this morning in Kew, Mickleham, Pascoe Vale, Pascoe Vale, and 3 in Fawkner this morning. Is that right?
Perfect.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Just one more question, sorry. We understand he might have also had some links to some bikies as well. Like, are you guys looking at whether he had like an active falling out with anyone in the lead up to his death, or that sort of link as well?
Yeah, as I say, we look at every individual's sort of background to try and understand what has occurred and why has it occurred. So everything gets looked at. So we don't discount anything, and we keep an open mind to all possibilities.
Yeah, were you able to say anything about what's
Walert? Yeah. Okay. All right, so Homicide Squad detectives are investigating after a report of a man being fatally shot in Walert this morning. Emergency services were called to a drive to a shooting in Champions Parade, Walert, just before 9 a.m. this morning. We believe that there may have been some sort of engagement between 2 males in a laneway that runs behind Champions Parade in Walert, resulting in one person being fatally shot and that other person hopping into a vehicle and driving away. We also have reports of a vehicle being found burnt out in Amory Street Reservoir. Again, we don't know if that is linked to this particular incident this morning, but obviously we are looking to see whether or not it is. So it's very, very early stages. As we can appreciate, it's happened just prior to 9 a.m, and I have homicide members heading out to the scene and local police assisting. So we will work now to piece together what has gone on to identify those responsible.
Sorry, where was the car found?
In Amory Street, Amery Street in Reservoir. Again, I don't know if that is linked, but we'll certainly have a look to see whether or not it is. We believe at this stage, although the deceased has not been formally identified, we believe him to be a 22-year-old male from the Walert area.
It might be too early to say, but the car that was seen leaving the scene in Walert, had there been any descriptions of that vehicle?
No, it is too early. It is too early to say at this point in time. Again, I asked that if anybody was in the Walert area at around that time, if they saw anything suspicious or something that just didn't look quite right, if anyone that may have dash cam footage, if they could please come forward and share that information with us. because whilst they may think it's not relevant, it may very well be relevant. So we ask that they come forward and share that information with us.
There's some reporting around that this man's related in some way to the murder of Sam Abdul-Rahman. Is that a thing?
Well, at this stage, we haven't yet formally identified the male, and we're still working to understand, who he is. But we believe that he is known to police. If in fact he is the male we believe him to be, but he has not yet been formally identified. So I really can't comment on anything further at this point in time.
Is this being investigated as an underworld shooting?
Well, it's been not at this stage. No, it's being investigated clearly as a fatal shooting. It appears very deliberate and obviously targeted. Again, we're open to all the possibilities that may come from that. But we believe him to be a 22-year-old male from Walert. He is known to us, but at this stage he has not been formally identified. And I have members out there in the field, out there in Walert, that are trying to piece it all together, so we'll know further as time goes on.
Does the relative have the victim have a parent who's a police officer?
I can't comment on that at this stage.
We understand it's an execution-style shooting. Can you elaborate?
No, I can't at this point. It's too early at this stage to say. As I say, my members are heading out there and they'll work through it, and then we'll know more as time goes on. Thank you.